Inktober 2022 is finally here, and if you have found my channel and you're watching this for the first time, and you're watching me for the first time, I recommend just going up here to the top right corner and just watching that video right there, which will give you a rundown on what is going to be happening in my Inktober journey. Just so you have a little bit of an idea. If you want. If you just want to go in blind and watch the rest of this, that's fine. So I'm not going to stuff around. Let's get straight into this and let's do day one gargoyle. Now this one's pretty straightforward, so let's do some fun facts about gargoyles. They have been associated with European churches, but they have been around a lot longer than that. They go back to ancient Greece, where they look like lions and dragons, especially if you are in ancient China. The oldest is in Turkey, dating back 13,000 years. Gothic architecture is where you will find gargoyles. The most famous is Notre Dame. Notre Dame has a lot of gargoyles on it, apparently. Gargoyles were designed to make churchgoers God-fearing, to be reminded of evil, so they devote their lives to God, and they were believed to protect churches from evil spirits. Gargoyles are actually decorative waterspouts. They diverted water to preserve stone walls. One fact that I didn't realise about gargoyles is that they were basically designed for, their main purpose was to divert water, and a very sort of decorative Gothic sort of way to do it, really. Now, I love gargoyles. Gargoyles are just one of my favourite things in the Gothic realm. Me being a Gothic person and a horror artist, I do sort of really have an attraction to gargoyles, and I do plan on getting a couple of gargoyles for around our house, but it's sort of just finding the right one to put in the house, really, or around the house. I do have a gargoyle statue up at the front door, inside, but that's about it. And back when I was just turned 20, I went and got a gargoyle tattooed on my hip, on my right hip, just as a protection thing. I thought I would get that as a protection symbol and hoped that it would sort of protect me. But yes, I definitely like the gargoyles that look more very demonic and have a more demon sort of face. I sort of tend to not be a big fan of the gargoyles that sort of look like dogs or lions or anything like that. Dragons, yeah, maybe, just depending on what it looks like. It's got to have the right look for me to really like it. But for this illustration that I did for this prompt, I went with a pretty scary sort of gargoyle with no legs, really. It just has this really creepy spiny looking tail, and I tried to sort of capture like a stone look throughout the whole of the gargoyle. I'm hoping I sort of captured that, and yeah, I did these battered up wings, so he's like he's trying to fly, but his wings are a bit shit, and he's sort of in chains as well, so he's like this horrible creature that someone has chained up because they do not want him getting out and about. And as you can see by the trail of blood from his mouth, he's already caused some destruction. So I tried to do the most creepiest gargoyle that I could that I could come up with in my brain, and executed it on paper. Hopefully you enjoyed the first prompt for Inktober. Hopefully you enjoyed what I did. I will let you watch the rest of this prompt, and then I'll be back in the second one. day 2 is Scurry, and this one was just, I don't know, dumb. But this one took me a little bit to sort of think of and come up with something. When I did, the first thing that sort of popped into my mind was how your thoughts can race and sort of scurry, I suppose you could say. And I just ran with that. So I basically did this weird looking person with the top of his head cut off, and he's got 2 demonic sort of mice coming out of his head, scurrying away, trying to get away from the thoughts in this person's head. It's even too much for the demon, so the little demon mice. So you can imagine the thoughts that are going on inside this creepy person's head. It's even to the point where there's a bit of smoke coming out the mouth because his thoughts are scurrying that much. It's just creating smoke, and yeah, it needs to sort of like calm down. My favorite part about this illustration is the fact that the mice have like this, I don't know how I come up with the face, but it was kind of like a bit of a butt type looking face, and I just wanted this like weird sort of worm type abyss kind of like face, and just wanted something really, really different and creepy when it comes to a mouse. And then I gave them really creepy legs that I like to draw. These are sort of like my favorite kind of legs I like to draw on my monsters. If you are a regular to my channel, you will know that you'll see it a lot. It's a regular sight. Yeah, I sort of put this down to scurrying thoughts from sort of anxiety, stress, all that kind of stuff which can cause that. And yeah, the illustration just sort of went from there. I couldn't really do like a fun fact or a scary fact with this. I couldn't sort of think of anything other than what I drew. So yeah, there's no facts attached to this illustration, but that's all right because there is plenty more that I've got fun facts and scary facts. Once again, there is blood on this one. I think that the theme to this Inktober for me is there's going to be a lot of the red ink being used. The only problem that I have is I didn't realize I am lower than I thought in the ink, in the red ink. It's nearly empty, the bottle, so I've got to try and push it as far as I can. If not, I might have to use one of the orange reds or the pink reds and sort of mix a bit of black with it maybe and just sort of darken it up. I might have to do that. For my first couple of days of Inktober, I'm feeling pretty good. I tend to start off a little bit shaky, trying to find my feet because like I haven't sort of done this for a very, very long time where I have to draw every day and, you know, sort of do stuff that I normally wouldn't do. But no, I'm feeling pretty good. And like every year, I really, really do enjoy doing Inktober. And yeah, so far having a lot of fun, and the drawings that I'm going to be doing are just gonna get even weirder and creepier and more gruesome. So stay tuned for the next one, which is coming up Thursday. There'll be some interesting ones in there. And let's see how far I can push the boundaries with the horror in this Inktober with these prompts. So I will let you watch the rest of this video. That is it for today, and yeah, come back Thursday and I'll have 4 more Inktober prompts for you to see if you enjoyed these 2. So I am off, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.